Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about fuse. Okay. So before that, let us see how electricity reach to our home. Okay. So we know that electricity we used to get from the electric power generating station. Okay. So from the power generating station, what happens? The generating station, the electricity is produced in 11 kV volt. Okay, it's produced in 11 kV volt. So we know that for the long distributions, if we distribute with 11 kV, it won't reach the destination. From the power generating station, we used to step up this into 132 kilovolt before the distribution. Okay, so it will go and come to main substation, and in the main substation we used to step down the voltage to 33 kilovolt. Okay, so again it goes to the intermediate substation and it is step down to 11 kilovolt. Okay, and finally it reaches the city substation with 220 volt. So as from the city substation, it is distributed to different houses. Okay, and this 33 kilovolt, if the industries need a large voltage, that will be given to large industries, and small industries we used to give the 11 kilovolt. Okay, so this is the way how the distribution is happens from generating station to the household circuit. Okay, this is what we studied in 8th standard. Now 220 volt, how it reaches our home, that is our concern. Now this 220 volt, how it reaches our home? We used to get this 220 volt through an electric post. From the electric post, a connection wire will be taken and it is given to our home, right? No, to a particular board. Let us see what all the things are there in that board. We know that from the electric post we used to get the connection through a cable. Okay, so that cable is made up of 3 wires. So if this is an electric post and from the electric post the connection is given to our board, just consider this is a board installed in our home. Okay, so this board consists of 3 wires. Which are the 3 wires? Neutral, live and earth wire. Okay, so neutral wire is represented by N, live is represented by P or L, earth wire is represented by E. Okay, so live wire we used to call it as phase wire or phase live. Okay, so this inside this wire there will be 3 connection: neutral, live and earth. And initially it is connected to a fuse called pole fuse. Okay, it's called pole fuse, and this pole fuse is always, or we used to call it as company fuse. It is always installed from the electricity board. We are not supposed to buy it personally. It should be installed from the electricity board. Okay, there's a specialty of the pole fuse is that the pole fuse is always connected to neutral and live wire together. So if any high current pass through the circuit, at the same time both the line can be break and it can safeguard our home. Okay, then from the pole fuse the connection is given to a meter. You might have seen that how much current we consume, that we can check out through an electric meter. Okay, so after the meter we have the main distribution board, and before the main distribution board one more fuse will be installed, that we used to do while doing the wiring system. Okay, and from there distribution board, and it is distributed to different rooms or different lights. Normally we are connecting to different room wise. Okay, so this is the way how we used to get the electric current from the power station till in our home. We have come to our main topic, fuse. Okay, So fuse is used in the electric circuit to safeguard the equipments. Okay. So that means if excess current pass through the circuit, it break the circuit and it safeguard all the materials. So that means for all the materials, all the equipments to be worked, there is a particular limit. If the total current exceeds or overload happens, this fuse wire will melt and it safeguard. Okay, and the fuse is always connected to the live wire. I'll tell the reason later. And so we can tell the fuse is an electric device used for safety purpose. It's a safety device used in the electric circuit, and it is used to control how it make it safety or how it do the safety role. It is a safety device used to control the current passing through a circuit. An electric fuse is a safety device which is used to control the current in the circuit, and thereby it safeguard all the equipments or electronic appliances being getting damaged. Okay, so simply we can tell that it's a safety device which used to control the current passing through the circuit. Okay, and this fuse is working on the basis of heating effect of electric current. Okay, let us see which are the factors depends upon this fuse wire. Okay, just consider a fuse wire of length L and radius R and specific resistivity or specific resistance rho. Okay, so in that case we can write it that R is equal to rho L by pi r square. The resistance, if we relate length, radius of the material and the resistivity, we can write it as resistance of the circuit is equal to rho L by pi r square. We studied in the previous chapter. Okay, heating effect of electric current we studied. Do you remember the equation? It is H is equal to I square RT. I am avoiding this T. T is a time. Okay, so let it be there. Now, if we consider these two factors, I am going to substitute this value. We will get it as I square rho L by pi r square. Consider this as the first equation. Okay. So, when the current passing through the circuit, it produces heat on the basis of these factors. Same way, the fuse wire is depends upon or it affect due to the atmospheric or surrounding temperature. Okay, so if T is a surrounding temperature and delta T is according to this temperature, if delta T rise happens in the fuse wire, it also produces a heating effect. Okay, due to the rise in temperature also it produces a heating effect, and that is equal to, that also we represent as H. That's equal to 4 sigma T cube delta T into 2 pi RL. Okay, so this sigma, actually this heat loss is due to radiation. Okay, as the temperature increases, it experiences a heat loss, and that is due to the radiation. So this is a constant related, sigma is a constant related with the radiation. Consider this as a second equation. So for both equation, the left side is common, so we are going to equalize it. Okay, so we'll get I square rho L divided by pi r square is equal to 4 sigma T cube delta T into 2 pi RL. Okay, keep delta T, rise in temperature. Our concern is rise in temperature, how it affects. So we will keep this delta T in one side and all other factors in other side. So delta T is equal to, already this is your pi square rho L divided by pi r square. Then 4 sigma TQ should come down. Then this has to go into, 2 pi RL. Okay, so here we will get it that this L and L can be cancelled. Finally, we will get it as, we can write it as rho divided by, I am writing all the constant factors first, then the varying factors second. Okay, pi r square, and here 2 and 4, 8. 8 pi r square sigma t cube into I square divided by here r square and r is there, so r cube. Okay, so we will get delta t is equal to rho divided by 8 pi, r square is not here, 8 pi sigma t cube into I square by r cube. So this factor we used to consider it as a constant, or else finally we can write it as delta t is directly proportional to I square by r cube. Okay, so rise in temperature in the fuse is proportional to the square of the current passing through the circuit, and it is inversely proportional to the cube of the radius of wire. Okay, so it's directly proportional to the square of the current passing through the circuit, and it is inversely proportional to the cube of the radius of the wire. Okay, so the length is not at all a matter. So that is the reason we always used to tell that if the fuse wire got melted, we have to choose a right wire or right thickness wire for reconnecting it. Okay, safe current which can be passed through the fuse wire, we used to call it as current rating of the fuse wire. Okay, so maximum limit how much the current can pass is known as current rating. And just consider that 1 ampere is the current rating of a fuse. For that particular fuse wire, the thickness only should be 0.2 mm. Okay, so if it exceeds more than this 0.2 mm, if excess current pass through the circuit, the fuse wire will not melt and it will not safeguard our devices. Okay, if the ampere is 8 ampere, the fuse wire will have 0.8 mm. So I simply wrote the values. So for each particular values, there should be a particular radius according to this equation. Okay, so the rise in temperature of the fuse wire depends upon two things. First one is directly proportional to the square of the current passing through the circuit, and it is inversely proportional to the cube of the radius. Which material we can use for fuse? We are not supposed to use any wire which conduct electricity. It's not fair on it never safeguard our material. So for fuse wire, we have designed an alloy called alloy of tin and lead. Okay, an alloy of tin and lead is used as fuse wire. There are mainly two reasons for this one. Okay, so we know that the purpose of fuse wire is to limit the current passing through the circuit. Okay, we have to limit the amount of current passing through the circuit. So for that reason, if excess current pass through, what happens? We know that there is a heating effect, right? So if excess current pass through the circuit, that circuit or the wire should melt off and it should break the circuit. Okay, so that means we have to choose a material with a high specific resistance or resistance. Okay, so then only when excess current passes through the circuit, it create more heat energy or more heat in the circuit and it make the wire to melt off. Okay, so high specific resistance. That is the first point, high specific resistance. And another important point, the melting point of the wire should be less. This should be high specific resistance, and we have to choose a material with low melting point. Okay, low melting point. Why we want a low melting point material? So if a particular limit exceeds, it has to melt it. Otherwise, if more current passing through circuit also, it never melted. So for alloy of tin and lead, the melting point will be in the range of 250 degrees Celsius. Okay, if we use wires like copper wire or aluminum wire, the melting point will be in the range of 1080 degrees Celsius. So it's a very greater value comparing with the alloy of tin and lead. So maximum we have to avoid using copper and aluminum. That's the reason we are not using that, and moreover it has more thickness. So we know that as the radius increases, the chances of melting the wire is also getting reduced. So in your home, if accidentally the fuse wire is getting melt off, don't take any wire and connect it again. You have to get the right wire, that is the alloy of tin and lead, then you can connect it. Okay. This is the pole fuse. I have the holder of the pole fuse. The another part is fixed in the on the wall. Okay, on the main switchboard. So here, this is, you can see it's a one cream color. It's made up of, it's an insulator. If we hold it, nothing will happen. So this is made up of an insulator called Froslin material. Okay, so this material name is Froslin material. And you can see that on either side we have two terminals. Okay, so in between the terminals, two screws are connected. So in between these screws, we have connected with the tin alloy of tin and lead wire. Okay, so that is a fuse wire. So this we have to install, or we have to fix it inside the socket. So another two terminals is there in the socket, so it will fix it. Okay, so that is the way it completes its connection. And this fuse is connected in the live wire. Okay, this whole fuse is connected to the live wire. So if excess current, that is excess current pass through the circuit, automatically it break the circuit. So this wire will melt off and it safeguard the entire home. So once it is happen, means we have to replace it with the another wire, same tin and alloy of tin and lead wire. Okay, so this is the way how it looks. And what is the reason for connecting fuse in the live wire? We always hear that the fuse should be connected in the live wire. Okay, just consider the case that we have a fuse wire. This is a fuse and it is connected to a power supply. Okay, this is a power supply and this is a fuse. Okay, so two connections, we know that two connections should be there. One is at high potential, which is at high potential. Live wire is always at high potential. Okay, earth wire and neutral wire is from the city substation itself. The earth wire and neutral wire is connected to 0 volt power supply or 0 volt, that is a lower potential. Okay, live wire is at high potential and the neutral wire and earth wire is connected to 0 potential. So we know that always the current passes from high potential to lower potential. So if this is the live wire, what happens? Live wire gives the path to the material or to the appliances, and neutral wire is a return path to the main supply. So it's completing the entire circuit. We know that the circuit should be complete for the material or the equipment to be worked, right? No? So live wire is a connection to the appliance and neutral wire is a return path to the connection or to the switch. Okay, so we always want to connect fuse in the live connection, or we will keep another. Okay, let the fuse be here and let the appliance. Okay, so to the appliance, in between the appliance you have to connect the fuse. Okay, now if the excess current passes through the circuit, what happens? This will break off. The circuit will break off. Okay, so the appliances will not get in much electricity and it is safeguarded. Okay, so this is the reason, this is the way how we have to connect it. Now let us see what happens if this fuse is connected in the neutral wire. Okay, we have the appliance here. I connected fuse wire here. This is a neutral, that's a return path, and this is a live wire. Okay, so what happens when excess current passes through the circuit? The circuit will break, appliance will not work. But one thing is there, still also the live wire is active or the current is reaching till the appliance, right? So the circuit is not completed, that I agree, but now this live wire is still reach the appliance, right? Or now also it is at high potential. Okay, so in this time a person, when we, because for making it ready we used to go and touch it. If anything gets switch off, we have a habit to go and touch the material or the equipment, right? No, so if we go and touch it, what happens? Still the appliance is at high potential and we are standing on the floor, right? So the rest of the path, instead of this neutral wire, the current will make our body to continue its or complete its circuit, because we are on the earth's surface. So easily the current can discharge to the floor. Okay. So if I'm touching here, instead of this line is already broken, instead of that, the current will take my body as the rest of the circuit or rest of the path to reach the zero potential. Okay. So the main reason is that if we connect the fuse wire in the neutral connection, accidentally if it exceeds the limit, if we go and touch it, there is a chance to get fatal shock. To avoid the accidents and to safeguard the materials, always we have to connect the fuse wire in the live connection. Okay, we will see what is the current rating or how to find out current rating for fuse. So in the previous chapter we studied that how to find out the current rating if you know the power and voltage. Power is equal to V into I. From this equation, I is equal to voltage by power. Okay. So for a particular home, the voltage will be constant. 220 volt or 230 or 240. It can be varied from 220 to 240 volt. Okay. So the voltage for a particular home is constant. Only the power of each equipment will vary. So better for refrigerator, TV, washing machine, AC. Separately, if we connect through a fuse wire, that is very comfortable or it's very convenient, because for each material the current rating will be different. For AC, one value will be there, and for refrigerator, another current rating. So if you are choosing, that's why we always used to connect all these main high rating equipment through a special switch called power plug. Okay, so in that power plug you can see a small fuse inside that. So this is the power plug fuse. It's separately connected to the refrigerator. Same way for AC also we used to connect it. So this is the power plug fuse. Okay. So better to connect all the high rating equipments like refrigerator, TV, washing machine, AC, everything through this power plug connection. So a separate fuse, like it's also made up of T is not there, two copper wire or slant. Then in between it's made up of connected through a alloy of tin and lead. Okay. So this is the way. Automatically what happen if any excess current more than the current rating of refrigerator comes, automatically this will melt off and it safeguard the refrigerator or even the TV or washing machine. Okay. Or some of the power plug, even we can see the cartridge type power plug, cartridge type fuse. So they are also inside. I'll show you how it is. In some power plugs, instead of this fuse, we are using the cartridge type fuse. Okay. So inside this tube, you can see a continuous line. Actually, it's a fused one. It's a broken circuit. So this is the way it will melt off. So see, this is the way how it works. So especially for high rating materials, it's better to give the special fuse, individual fuse to the connection. For different equipments, we have different current rating. If we consider the fan, the current rating of the fan is 5 ampere. If we consider the electric oven, it is 15 ampere. If we consider the electric motors, it is 10 ampere. So it may vary. Okay. So actually inside the home for each particular material we want less or different value of current rating. So the connection what we get from the company or from electricity board for that particular fuse, the current rating is given as 30 ampere for household purpose. Okay, the company fuse is designed to have a current rating of 30 ampere. If more than 30 ampere current pass through the circuit, that fuse will melt off and the entire circuit will break. Okay, this is the way how it is given. So for each materials we can connect it to a power plug. So for that particular circuit, if excess current pass, if it is for an electric oven, more than 15 ampere pass through the circuit means that power plug, in that power plug the fuse will melt off and it's safeguarded. Let's consider an electric motor, the pump, electric pump we are using for the drawing of water from the well, and the mixer grinders motor. Okay, just consider it's having a power of kilowatt and it's working for 220 volt. Okay, so if we find out the current rating, it will come in the range of 6.5 ampere. Not exactly, around 6.5 ampere. But these motors, these kind of motors, initially when we switch on the power supply, it requires a current in the range of 10 ampere. Okay, it requires in the range of 10.506 ampere. Just for starting time, just for making the rotation initially, it need the current in the 10.6 ampere. Okay. But soon after that, within few seconds, it requires only 6.5 ampere for its working. So in that case, if you are connecting the fuse, we have to make sure that the current rating should be 10.7 ampere. Little bit more than that. Okay. So if you connect only with 6.5 ampere fuse, those kind of materials will not work. Those appliances may not be able to work. So starting time, it requires 10.6 ampere. So in that case, in such kind of appliances, we have to choose the fuse wire according to the current rating, initial current rating. Okay. Now another kind of fuse we are using in our home, that is miniature circuit board or MCB. I hope this kind of switch is available or miniature circuit board is available in your home. So here this is an automated fuse wire or fuse connection. So if excess current pass through the circuit, it will trigger off automatically for few seconds till the current comes to the normal value. Then automatically after few milliseconds, again it will come back to the normal position. That means by triggering down, it breaks the circuit. By triggering up, it rejoin the circuit or it completes the circuit. So manually, we don't want to remove the connection wire or the fuse wire, and we don't want to install it. Automatically, it is happens. So we used to call it as MCB, miniature circuit breaker, MCB. Miniature circuit breaker, automatically it breaks the circuit, and once a normal current start flowing through the circuit, it start working with the or it rejoin the circuit. Thank you.